Okay, are we back? Are we back? Let me know if you can see and hear me. Okay. That was really annoying. That was really annoying. Sorry. There was a power outage. I don't know what to tell you. Blame Canada. Blame Canada. Let me just get the episode loaded again. Because we are finishing Yorknew today. If it kills me. If it kills me. Got the music on. Ooh, got some beautiful music on. Okay. Okay, so we were here. Oh, and then yes. So here Hisoka is selling it super well. And again, hoping and trusting in Chrollo, like we were talking about. Just getting my dashboard set back up. Perfect. Okay, a fellow nerd. You redeemed something, but then the power went off. What do you want to suggest for a stream topic? He could have removed the Nen if he wanted. Sorry. Also, another thing, but I wonder if Hisoka was worried about Paku using her ability when she asked his fortune. Maybe. I can hear the background music now. Strange. What do you mean, Sandy? I turned it on. Before Your Eyes playthrough? I don't know what that is. I'd have to look into it. But thanks for the input. Again, as long as you guys are aware, like it says there, that's just a suggestion. The majority of them I won't be able to do at all, let alone right away. But as long as you know, I'll look into it Before Your Eyes. I'm not sure what that is. Okay, and then here. Stop talking for a bit. Oh, it's louder than before? Oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah. The volumes, the mixer was all screwed up. There, it should be this soft. Yeah, Nobunaga, shut the fuck up. And then this is it. What are the calendar secrets? The power of the troupe members. Hisoka's so smart. Look at this guy. 7. No, 8. What is our opponent's power? I cannot say. I cannot say. What's your relation to him? I cannot say. It is, yeah, it kind of is, Shadow. Ianai. And then he puts it together. It works. Yeah, that's just him putting this together. Oh, and I love this. So lovely. You are magnificent. I must be the one to kill you. Okay, so they just sum up here. Hisoka sums up here as well. And then here, losing the 5 legs. The 11-legged spider grows homesick, losing 5 more legs. And then he had to formulate this in a way that didn't contradict with the other ones. Which is like unbelievable intelligence and quick thinking, quick on his feet. But invented it? Did he not? I guess he didn't. That's crazy. That's insane. Yeah, so if we return home, half of us would die, thus keeping them here, thus going totally for totally with what Hisoka wants to happen here. He did not have a lot of time to come up with something that even fits the format of these fortunes, let alone that tells the story he wants. Yeah. This scene makes me feel dumb. You and me both. I don't think Hisoka had seen Kurapika's change at all. I don't think there was an opportunity. Yeah, and then Hisoka just casually, I am staying here. There are things I wish to do before I die. I will not be leaving our temporary shelter. They did meet early on, but Kurapika didn't use his power or show his power at all. Also, Kurapika would naturally be wary, and I don't think he would show him. It just wouldn't be a smart thing for him to do in that situation. And then, essentially here... Oh, I love this. I love this expression. I love the cuts there. And then he has a plan for getting the game, some more talking, guarding the Scarlet Eyes, and then we have a little hint here of... It does end up being a banger. More than a hint, I guess you could say. Against Squala and Eliza. Must have felt something special from him anyway. There's no way a new Nen user could pose any threat to the spider. I'm sure he felt something. Maybe all the way back in Hunter Exam, I'm sure he felt something. I love the constant rain throughout all these scenes as well, by the way. And then Killua's face here. We're willing to do anything. Turn him down. Turn him down. You'll be risking your lives. Come on, that's what he wants to hear. Okay. So he's doing it now with friends. Some more discussions. I don't have much to say about this stuff. Okay. And then, so I love how he says, what I'm going to tell you is going to increase my risk further. And it's essentially forming a pact through sharing these details. And so, Gon and Killua and Leorio go away. Okay, let's just leave them together. And then Kurapika starts explaining his abilities to Gon. And then as we see, we know all this already. The conditions, the specialist nature. And then accepting his resolve, putting the Nen Blade on him. And then this. Perfect. This is within fair use, Dr. Boomer. I'm not playing the full anime. And then this. Can you make 3 of those? You can rescind the rule when the mission's over, right? They're all in it together. It's so great. And then, yeah, they're all in it together. I never had any intention of using it on you guys. Then why endanger yourself by telling us your secret? I wanted to thank you all. So it's a nice merger of his, again, sticking to his task and duty and revenge, but tempering it and having a focus nonetheless on his friends and what he truly yearns for, the type of person he truly is. So it isn't lonely this time, which is key. Let me just quickly, I just need to quickly tweet out that I'm back after the power outage in case anyone left. Kurapika increasing the risk for himself, not for power as he originally did, but simply to reward their loyalty. I love that detail so much. It's so great. The chains are a great tattoo, as Sarah can attest to. We had a quick power outage, but we're back. and discussing the climax of Yorknew. Damn. Yeah, this is gonna be a long stream. We still got quite a bit. Okay. Indeed they are. I've said this before, but yeah, you said, so I read that. Although the anime does cut out one bit where Kurapika explains that there is no logical point of placing chains on them because the condition would have to be them dying if Pakunoda touches them, which is unnecessary as they can take her out before he shells the others. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't remember that. It is here, I think, that Kurapika begins to realize that his plan doesn't solely affect him, as he found friends. They're by default, their loyalty bound to the dangers of his objective. I think he begins to realize it as well. I think so as well. The more I will lose betting. Kurapika is so tunnel vision that Gon opens his eyes to it in the previous episode, like we were talking about, to the scope of what he's doing and everything. But it also makes him aware of the all-encompassing nature of what he's resolved to do. Yeah. Even if one of you ends up revealing my secret, I will have no regrets. I love it. Ooh, whoops. Discord. Perfect. And then the music cues here. I have good friends. Aww. Aww. You're actually putting more pressure on us this way. I get it now. Ha 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 ha. That isn't remotely funny. Killua's got some peak humor in this arc. Okay. And then we have Shizuku's. We showed this already. Oh, and then Pakunoda's. On a dark day with very little light, you will face two choices within a small room. You must choose between pride and betrayal. While the Deathbringer hovers near. Do not make any phone calls. When it matters most, you will be unable to reach anyone. That is horrifying. It would be unwise to answer the phone, for the Deathbringer will come calling one time in 3. Yes, Vanilla, I will. Absolutely. A good hunter is blessed with good friends. Absolutely. Okay, they divide into groups. Those 3 stay here. They mention the kids. Oh yeah, and then I love this. I love this from Nobunaga. Oh yeah, boss. I wanna recruit them. I love Nobunaga. But that wasn't why I mentioned them. Just meet with him. And Machi has a hunch. Something important about those kids. And then Kurapika makes copies. So again, Kurapika is absolutely essential, utility-wise, to a lot of this. If anyone enters the fake base, I'll know, and it just disguises them. And Killua looks on. As the building is disguised. Or like a needle in a haystack, rather. Okay, and that's 55. 3 episodes left. That's cool. Oh, damn. That was a hell of a spot to enter in. That's cool, K-Sid. I obviously haven't watched the French dub and translation, but it's good. Glad to hear it. Yeah, so just talking about this. And then also, really like this shot, by the way. Kind of cool. We have Kurapika in the silver-haired girl getup, or whatever that was supposed to be. I'm a fan. Neon's doing her Neon stuff. Basho's about to snap. And yes, Killua and Melody best duo. It's quite short, but I love what they do together after Melody's called into action. I love the undertone of horror that the fortunes add to the troupe here. Yeah, it's again that fatalism, that horror, that grander scope, that cosmic element almost. Oh, I see, K-Sid. Okay. They get this, and then they start moving out. Oh, and then this. Yeah, I love this shot. He just says, "I'm an idiot," in the thunderclap. Nice. Actually, I'm an idiot. Bit of a meme. Yeah, so he connects the boss's chain user, or the boss's daughter to the chain user. Just some more explanations here. Kurapika more use here. Yeah, just don't have much to say about this stuff. They're just kind of, you know, clunking into place about what's going to happen as we head towards the climax. And then I love this. This is so cool. I'm one of Kurapika's colleagues. Look to your left. Whisper a command to me. Raise your right hand, and she does it. And Melody has great utility towards this as we head towards these final episodes here. Yeah, and the footsteps. They're istinto. Love the tone of this. Yeah. Silent step. So, up until this point, the silent step thing is so cool. Because they're istinto, obviously. The silent step is so cool because the entire series, the entire way through, Killua's footsteps have been silent. But this is probably the only time where you really notice it, when Melody says that. And then you can go back on rewatches and realize that yeah, his footsteps are legit silent all the damn time. They did that from the beginning in the anime. It's so cool. Killua's drip is pretty good. Yeah, Melody's so cool. Melody's the best. And then this, just the tension that builds here as they're chasing after them. And it hits harder for... Yes, it does. Oh. Yup. It definitely does, Shadow. Oh, man. I gotta remember to draw attention to that when in the rewatch with Hannah. God damn. Friendly reminder, people, there's a Melody video goal available. Yeah, it's just started, but we made some progress. And Isaiah has 6 subs that I need to add to it. And so they locate them. Melody is doing her thing. And then, you know, Squala isn't a super substantial character, but I love the little bit, the way in which this elevates. This elevates him as a character. The dog, you know, good hunters or animals are attracted to good hunters, right? I love the humanizing of Squala before and during his final moments. Despite not being the most likable of the Arcs cast, I really did feel bad for him. Me too. You know, he has ambitions to... and this is cute with Eliza, to get out of this life. And he literally talks about it right before his death. The Phantom Troop casually taking the train makes them a lot cooler somehow while being funny. It is funny. They do look like a bunch of, like, cosplayers or something. Like, yeah, just look at them. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow, thank you so much for gifting 10 subs, Sarah. Thank you so much. You are insane. You're consistently insane. And I'm so glad to, and so lucky to have you as such an active member of these streams. So glad. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs. Where do those go towards? I remember last time you put them towards the Nen type thing, the Nen type ranking. But for anyone who got a sub, hope you enjoy your emotes. Five Melody, 5 Nen abilities. Gotcha. Let me just quickly plus 11 subs for Melody, and then plus 5. Actually, I can do that 5 times... Yes, this adds another 10% here. I'll have to do the math for the melody one. And then thank you for the follow, Luis. And make me name a top 5 of anything. What do you got, Diego Lucio? Monogatari characters. Shinobu, number 1. Kaiki, number 2. And then Nariko, Hanekawa, Ogi. That's my top 5. I feel so bad for Squala because my man's died for literally nothing, a fake treasure. Yeah, the reason they were able to hone in on him is because he had the fake, and Kurapika was honing in on the fake because of his ability. But yeah, he got the dogs to escape. Love the dogs. I need a job that will support Eliza and the guys. Yeah. Of course, very cruel to just drop that in right before he leaves. I need to leave this job right before he dies. Thank you, Diego Lucio. What you got for me, Sarah? Which top 5? Sebastian, I don't know if you're still in chat, but your new command is being used to a great degree. Oh, I can't do that, Sarah. I can't do that. But Killua would be there for sure. Deuteragonist, I can't. It's too much narrow down. So, okay, 1 Killua, 2 Kageyama. I don't. Aside from that, I don't know. I can't. There's a reason I've never made that list. Do you have an alternate one, Sarah? I can only give you 2 for sure. I can only give you 2 for sure. Okay. Okay, sounds good. And what do you got, Vehement? Casca, not for me. Not for me. I do love her, though. And then I love the use of music here. The drum track, again. 13 Sentinels. Oh, okay, so... Let me quickly look up the 13 Sentinels cast to make sure I don't miss anyone. Okay. Shu Amiguchi, Izumi Juro, maybe Natsuno Minami, Kentaro Miura, maybe? Oh no, sorry. I forget which judo is which, but the other judo. Izumi Judo, whichever one that is. So Izumi Judo, Natsuno Minami, maybe? No, Tomi Kisaragi for sure. Shu Amiguchi for sure. Nenji Ogata. And the villain. Tetsuya Ida. That would be my top 5. That was a tough one. Yeah, Nenji Ogata, yeah. I think that's my top 5. Jesse Pinkman, maybe. He might be up there. The only ones for which I'm certain would be Killua and Kageyama and maybe John Silver. Maybe I'd be fairly certain on him. Jesse would be very close as well. Those two are very close to the top 5 if they're not in there. Top 5 Haikyuu chapters. 387, 391, 402, maybe 290, and then maybe the last, I forget the number, but 3... The one at the end of Kemomedai. You know, the one at the end of it. I forget the number for it, but that would be my top 5 just off the top of my head, Sarah. Okay. Oh my goodness, you guys are going wild with these. What you got, Sebastian? Kogami? Not for me, Schwassam, but I do love him. I do love Kogami, but not top 5 material. Top 5 characters by the end of Yorknew. You're rigging bets? Oh my goodness. That is cruel. That is cruel. Well, I guess I won't do bets for the top 5 then. What the hell? Okay, my top 5 at the end of Yorknew. Guys, if you want to bet with no spoilers, if you want to also like you're rigging bets, Sebastian, but if everyone votes for the correct one, okay. I thought you were serious. What do you got then? What's the actual one? Okay. So I need to get to this scene, so I'll just wait until you answer. What's the actual one? Oh, okay. Okay. Hope that was worth the 2,000 points, Sebastian. Okay. So, and then I love this. This is absolutely thrilling. So we have this. The sound design here is great. And then before this, I didn't draw attention to the scene, but something I love about Chrollo is that, like I said, he's very pseudo or quasi-collectivist in nature for the spider, everything, for that entity. But nonetheless, he does want his members to feel fulfilled through the spider. So he does try to fulfill their needs because he cares for them as parts of himself and also as just people. So at the end of the last episode, he says to Nobunaga, yes, we'll go after the chain user. And Nobunaga just has this huge, stupid grin on his face, and I love it. It's great. It's not the Steins Gate OST, Diego. It is I and D circulation from Umineko. That made the cut for my high threshold for evil. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Shadow. And then so here, Chrollo says, okay, after that, Nobunaga, he's all yours. And then so I love how the Phantom Troop theme fades here. We just hear the rain.
Go.
And then the drums. So thrilling. And Leorio gets stuck. We know immediately what Kurapika's about to do. And Gon follows. And then I love this. You're running after them? That's dangerous. They'll notice you. Stop. Poor Killua. A lot of Killua's role is just going, my friends are freaking lunatics. It's super clean. And I love this. The umbrella's swaying in the wind here. The umbrella's swaying. And they just go wild. So cool. Ninja. And Kurapika continues to hone in. Of course, Melody and Killua got a clutch, yeah. I love Killua in this arc so much. I love him in every arc, but he has a lot of comedic scenes in this one. Yeah. It elevates him in a way different to what we've gotten so far from him. Why are you running? Yeah, we're being followed. He senses it right away. They were too focused on, yeah. So, and then they continue ahead to go towards Squala. The other three back up. They use Yo as the seasoned Nen veterans that they are. But can walk on walls. Very true, Sandy. And then here, again, Kurapika's completely ready to go all out here. Come and get it. And Gon is the one tempering him. Stop being impulsive. Interesting bit of a reversal here from the type of person he usually is that Killua has to temper. And luckily... God, the Phantom Troop are so hot. Look at these beautiful people. And then we have Killua come up right behind him, right on time. Right on time, right behind there. You can't really see it because of the chat box, but you can see it. It's obscured a little. And then Gon does it. All or nothing. So intelligent, because he knows by doing that, it's going to snap Kurapika right out of it, because he's going to say, they're right in front of the troop, they're in danger. He's going to check himself, and then Killua will get the hint and then come out right after that. It's just really smart. And then this is the boy they mentioned. Killua comes out. And then the direction for this scene is phenomenal. Is so good. Oh, the reward's gone? And the look Chrollo gives them, I need to turn off the music. The look Chrollo gives him, it's like similar to how Zapile was praising them 7 episodes ago or whatever. He is looking deep into Gon's soul here. Oh, and Killua, I guess. Tie them up. And then some of the shot composition throughout here is so good. Thank you for the follow, Hypro. Just in between this, in between the cars here, really cool. The thunder in the back, just the ambient rain. This scene is absolutely masterfully adapted, absolutely vanilla. Like, we have great shots like this, the sound design, the approach to the voice direction. I have a question for you. And then the thunderclap here. Great little fisheye lens sort of thing right here to show the uneasiness of the situation, the tension. Love how this is adapted. So good. How could you kill people that have nothing to do with you? And we talked earlier again. Chrollo this question never probably came to Chrollo's mind, and it probably never dwelled in the forefront of his subconscious. But now that he's confronted with it, and also look at that. Just look at that. He froze. You look pretty hostile, considering that you just surrendered. And then I love the shifty look from Killua. Gon genuinely, earnestly wants to know. Because he can't understand it. It doesn't compute with him. And that is something that deeply upsets him. And then Chrollo does his edgelord thing. Why indeed? Because they have nothing to do with us. No. On second thought, it isn't that simple. And then how to verbally express our motives. I'm not fond of it. He's not fond of it. I think that's in part because it's so difficult to articulate the feelings and the sentiment behind the Phantom Troupe for the person from which all of that springs off of. Thank you for the follow, Booty Easter. It is so much more than words can describe. Absolutely. I'm not fond of it. But oddly enough, or perhaps it's not that odd, is that the key to understanding myself? Yep, articulating it would ruin it. This is something that is beyond words, exactly. Is that the key to understanding myself? Is understanding why we do the things we do, our motives, is that the heart and crux of all of this? Is that the key? You know, I don't have a ton to comment on with this scene because a lot of the themes present here we talked about to a great extent previously, but it's just beautifully presented. It's just the direction, the silence, the rain, the thunder, how the lights go out, how you see him cloaked in shadow, the shot composition. I can't gush enough about these shots. His eye, this is devoid of light. Thank you so much for gifting a sub to Exotic, Sarah. Which of the two does that go towards? Thank you very much again. And you've gifted 299 gift subs in the channel. You are insane. Yeah, we're going to get to that in a second, Vanilla. Not everything can be rationalized. Chrollo operates on a more intuitive level than it seems on the surface. Absolutely. This shot, the lighting in the back, shrouded in darkness, this shot. I love it. It's so good. Nen abilities? Gotcha. I'll put that right away. Thank you, Sarah. And then he just stops. And then Killua right here. What the hell is this guy on about? What's he talking about? This guy's weird. Literally the audience the first time they hear this. Chrollo says that he isn't fond of putting it into words, yet his foremost desire is to make those deep feelings something digestible. It's so good. Yeah, like, the sentiment of that, not being fond of being able to put it into words, is directly contrasting, parallel and contrasting the essence of what he's actually looking for. This is why Killua is the best. What the hell is he talking about? And then I love this. Melody completely checks Kurapika here. And this is funny. This is a meme. It's like, you must be patient. I understand. It doesn't sound like you understand patience by your by your tone of voice there. Wakateru. But then Chrollo and Gon is an interesting contrast because they are kind of the opposite extremes, as Gon has way too strong of an idea of who he is and what he wants, to the point where it causes issues when it clashes with the world. Yeah, and then Chrollo is totally devoid of that. And the way in which he interacts is to fulfill that. Or try to understand. Yeah, peak voice actor's moment. Wagateru! He has a very different answer as well. That's a good point, Santi. Yeah. That's why he's always going in circles. What he thinks he wants isn't actually anything of the kind, and the actual strongest version of what he wants is what he has, a proper way of manifesting deep human feelings that he can't conceptualize. They're too dazzling for his eyes, as a great character once said. Exactly, Eladan. It's to feel human. I think he said that out loud, Hashi. I'm pretty sure he said that out loud. Yeah, she acts as a break for Kurapika multiple times, and this is the most overt example of it, but yeah. You don't understand. Your reckless pursuit exposed them to needless danger. If you're caught here, no one will be able to stop them. Do you know why they let themselves be captured? Like, you're losing it. You've lost control. And again, the music plays, no coincidence there. Again, that soothing, very soothing influence. It's an endurance test, we must wait. And then how it flows directly into this. It's so sad. Squala has to let his dogs go. This is where I'll die. Pakunoda starts torturing him. For whom do you care deeply? Or is there someone for whom you cares deeply? Yeah, from Melody's theme to this devilish one, yeah. It's a transition that flows, but nonetheless is very drastic, the change. Eliza? Or Eliza. She's pretty. Pakunoda's way out of line here. Yeah, she didn't need to do any of this. Exactly. She didn't need to do any of this to get the information. But she did. Gotta find a more appropriate song. There we go. Yeah, this is way out of line. And then the perspective shot as the camera swivels, brilliant. And then the background fades back in. Again, I gush consistently about the direction here. It's just good. It's just fantastic every step of the way. Yeah, Nobunaga was itching for that. Me too, Melia. Yeah, letting the dogs go is so sad. With orphan dogs, yeah. And then the classic, you see this in all types of media, the lover, in the midst of a storm or something, hears something as their lover dies. Also, you know how they say facing death reveals everything about a person? how he defended her. He defended her, yeah. Hey, Paladin of Peace, how are you? I warned you not to move. Twice. Critty, thank you for raiding. Thank you. Welcome in, raiders. How's it going, Critty? How was your stream? Oh, I missed your Majora's Mask, didn't I? Why do you have to do Majora's Mask on the day I stream? God damn. Hope you had fun, though. Hope you had fun. Squala was a real one. Yeah, the moment right before your death tells you so much about a person. And Squala, in his last breath, said, "How dare you threaten Eliza if you hurt a hair on her head." Damn it, I gotta watch the VOD for it. I'm glad you had a great session, though, Critty. I look forward to looking at it. You missed the episode 51 gushing, but that's okay. I'm sure you've gushed enough about 51, hopefully, for a lifetime. And then this is where we get introduced to the memory bomb for Pakunoda, which will be very important. Yeah, episode 51. Oh, we talked literally an hour and a half about episode 51. Yeah. Only Chrollo knew about this ability, eh? Interesting. And then this. Great cliffhanger here. And then we have them in the rain. It's great. It's great. The final battle draws near. Only 2 more episodes. How's it going, Ong Ramanyu? Great name. How are you? The idea is that all the troupe members hide one of their abilities because you never know, of course, because they know that you can never be too careful. Ah, very smart. Gotcha. And we're down to 2 left. 2 episodes left. I wonder if asking if they trust her and having that confirmed is a condition for Paku's ability, or if it's just a nice little touch. Could be either. Could be either. Because that's what she does twice, right? I've never thought about that, Vanilla. And they set the time and place. Internalization for Killua, very smart. Let's skip ahead a little bit. And then we get to the Hotel Betrayal, however they pronounce it. And I love this. Leorio, hearing Leorio's voice here, it's again that sort of external third-party sort of thing that snaps you out of your doldrums and go, I feel like things aren't as bleak as as we assume they might be. Oh yeah, this is the Steel Abs part that you've been mentioning, Teikaha. Coding, giving them a code. Let's just ignore him. Ignore him. My future's dark because my failure's working for me. The dark, yep. Aha, and then they just do this. It's clever. And then they play, I can't ignore this. They play the first ending. Just Awake. Just Awake, lovers rise up. Leorio should consider a career in acting if the doctor degree doesn't work out for him. For real, he sold it. And then I love how Nobunaga's so warm towards them, right? Yeah, Exotic. You every sub has one now. I don't even want to look at your faces, and then that's a nice excuse for them to close their eyes so they can adjust to the darkness. Nobunaga, not Just Awake. Yeah, I think I know. You don't like it much, right, Critty? I love Just Awake. I think it's so representative of the Hunter exam as a whole. Yeah, this is Nier's theme from Death Note. Oh, you love it? Okay. Maybe it was F then, who didn't like it. I don't know. Just Awake is so good. I'm probably confusing you with someone. Okay, it's F then. Okay, got it. Well, you got the taste. A detail I like in the 99 version is how they can both sense that he just killed someone here. Ah, I forgot about that. That's cool. And become best buds with Nobunaga? There would be some charm to that, Cairo then. Nice antagonist. I think he's my third favorite. Okay. And then, yeah, check these kids again. And then he asks the smart question. What do you want to know? What are they hiding? My top 5 Death Note characters, Sebastian asks. Light, L, Nier, Soichiro, Mello. Pretty easy. Misa, or actually maybe Misa's 5th. No, actually maybe Misa's 4th. Oh, Ryuk. Why did I forget Ryuk? No, sorry. Duh. Why did I just forget 2 of the most important characters? Okay. Light, L, Nier, Ryuk, Misa. Then Suichiro, then Mello. So there you go. You got a top 7. What are they hiding? And that's a great question. And then they stall here. Pakunoda and Leorio's very nervous. Pakunoda explains the nature of her power. And then here. This whole sequence, I love it. The crack of the arms. Oh, so good. Again, that ambient, intense, silent sound, whatever. Yeah, same sound effect. Yeah, exactly, Shadow. Yeah, same sound effect. We're gonna put Rem, maybe 8th, Dark Side. No, I didn't, Exotic. And then this. My girl's got her steel abs. And then we realize here, where's the boss? Perfect. And then here we go. This is where we get the true, like, Pakunoda's been building and building as a character, but this is where we get the true sort of Pakunoda introspection. Discuss the memories and I'll kill him. Yeah, she just goes through that. He must have been hiding his powers from his own allies. Well, kinda. Yeah, it's so big. And, like, this is again the thing we were talking about where characters only speak off of based off of what they know, excuse me. They're wrong often, but Togashi has such a sense of what each character knows at what time that it's so natural and organic for them to make mistakes based off of these incorrect impressions, because that's what they've been exposed to in the story. He's so smart. And then I wouldn't consider him to be one, Sebastian. And then so when Pakunoda says here he's been hiding his powers from his allies, half kind of true, because they didn't know when she tested them, but they realized afterwards, which is cool. Probably isn't bluffing. And then, yeah, the message must be true. If I talk, and then so Pakunoda, with no knowledge of what Kurapika is actually like, believes that he will sacrifice his own allies. And so this is the contrast here. We have Kurapika on one hand, who has his revenge and his friends. We have Pakunoda on this hand, who has the spider or her friend, her boss, Chrollo. At the end of the day, what do they choose? Do they serve their greater entity or their greater purpose? Or do they serve what matters most to them in this moment, the people that matter most to them? And at the end of the day, what happens is that they make the same choice. We're jumping ahead a little bit, but Pakunoda cannot find it within herself to choose to let go of Chrollo. She cannot do it. And so she betrays, quote-unquote, the Phantom Troupe. Kurapika cannot find it within himself to, when it comes to it, and Chrollo appraises this from him. Kurapika cannot find it within himself to sacrifice his own allies. As much as he might put that out there, that possibility, Chrollo sees it, he is not going to do it. And then so, just like Pakunoda, Kurapika has to choose his allies first. He betrays his revenge. He betrays his duty for his friends. Like Pakunoda betrays her duty towards the spider for Chrollo. And then at the end of the day, it's like they have the same sentiment in their heart. At their core, they value the same things. How thin are the lines, really? Given what they've grown up with, why they've become this way, the type of people they are, there are parallels there. As uncomfortable as it is for Kurapika to think about, there are undoubtedly parallels there. Chrollo did a miscalculation of human caring and attachment with Paku. Chrollo miscalculated that for sure. Chrollo can't comprehend that people actually see him as a person and care about him, that he does have value as an individual. Exactly. That's why he's so confident. Like, there's no way. I'm not that type of person. Like, I have been searching for this my whole life. I don't have value. The spider has value. These people have value. They are individuals. I don't. So I'm totally confident they don't have value in me as a person. They have value in the spider, and they will serve the spider. But he's wrong. As he has been wrong this whole time, as he's been missing the forest for the trees. This just shows that every character Togashi creates has so much potential, and once he has the time to indulge on that character, it never fails to leave an impression. Absolutely. Absolutely. No worries, Sebastian. I don't mind that sort of derailment. And it was very quick anyway. We have a chance to rescue the boss, and that's what she fixates on. And then here. Natural law dictates that the legs must blindly follow the head. The original members. Nobu, Uvo, Franklin, Machi, Paku, and then Chrollo. Young Uvo. Love his afro. No. Like, how did he get from that point to how he is now? Thank you, Sarah, for gifting a sub once more. You've reached the big 300. Holy shit. 300 gift subs. For gifting a sub to Vanilla. Vanilla, enjoy your emotes and your badge. Thank you so much, Sarah. Does that go towards... And thank you for the follow. Sincerely, Sai. Does that go towards Nen or Melody? Chrollo's lack of awareness of his worth reminds me of Rei Kitayama from March Comes In Like a Lion. Yeah. Chrollo's and Nikaido were not able to get through to him, I guess, in time for this. Melody. Okay. Perfect. Plus 12 subs. Damn. Melody has gotten tons of love today. Oh, sincerely Sai, you were my 3,600th follower on the dot. I wonder who's going to be 3,601. But so yeah, this is so important. Natural law dictates that the legs blindly follow the head, but this simply represents a chain of command. If I happen to die, one of you can replace me. This is the philosophy. This is the core of the philosophy just articulated, basically. There may come a time when a leg has more importance than the head. This may be that time. Make the right call. My orders are top priority. But I am not necessarily your top priority. Our goal is not to keep an individual alive, but the spider. And we've talked about this. We won't go back and dredge up the things that we've been talking about already, but he is the spider. That's why he puts so much into it. His identity is inseparable from it, and that's why it surviving as an entity is so important. There's an interesting detail of this in the manga, where Machi thinks to herself, that's Chrollo. You can never be separated from your ideals, and Chrollo has yet to learn that he holds tangible value. Yeah, he learns it in the saddest way possible for him, unfortunately. Absolutely, Pedrolito. Absolutely. Chrollo seems incapable of comprehending deeper layers or motivations in the people that aren't literally wearing their heart on their sleeve like Uvo or Nobu. Like how he can't see Hisoka's betrayal or Paku's own care for him. Yeah, there are certain things he can't perceive or comprehend, like you say, those deeper layers, the ones that aren't so close to the surface. The Hisoka part, I think, has a couple of other dimensions to it as well, but yeah, I totally get what you're saying. Yeah, in the flash. I knew you meant in the flashback vanilla. Sarah's absolutely goated. Okay. If I tell everyone the chain user's powers, we can defeat him with ease. Uvo must have faced a similar decision. He died for the spider, so what will I do? And yeah, this is her fortune coming to manifest. And then I love Machi here, sensing what Paku's going through. Don't worry about it too much. Just keep your mouth shut. She's able to... I disagree that he can't see it, just that he doesn't have the authority to do anything about it. I think it's pretty clear that he can't see that Paku would make the decision that she made. With Hisoka, I don't agree that he can't see it either. Which is why I said there are other dimensions to that, but it's not worth getting into right now. But with Paku, I think he definitely misunderstood her. And then here. I didn't expect the chain user to be a woman. I'm not so composed that I will ignore your taunts. Again, self-awareness. We love a self-aware king. And then this Chrollo. The girl's fortune didn't mention this, which means that these events are not significant enough to matter. So, there are two reasons to why he's so... Look at that smug face. To why he's so confident here. He doesn't even worry. Firstly, these events were not significant enough to matter, they weren't in the fortune, etc. Yes, it was used in the anime Slavinator. Also, is that a Chugga Conroy reference? If not, that's just a coincidence. So yeah, firstly, these events are not significant enough to matter, so they don't worry him. He's so raw gritty. But secondly, we have that whole thing where the individual is not nearly as important as the soul of the troupe, as the troupe as an entity. So he is not worried about him dying as well, just in general. And Melody says this literally, I consider this situation to be a peaceful outing. We're on equal footing now, you're sorely mistaken. I have no value as a hostage. Again, because of that rule. The spider as a whole, not an individual, must persist. And then everything he says is absolutely true. You people are the one on the ropes. He isn't worried or frightened of death. He will be fine after the spider won't be. I think the lines are so blurred there in the way that's framed. That it... Well, first of all, he doesn't want to... We talked about that before. He doesn't want to lose half the limbs. In which case, that is the opposite sort of situation from what he wants, right? If you lose 6 members or whatever, but he stays the same, but he stays alive and reigns supreme, that is the converse or the inverse of the situation here. In which case, that distresses him. In which case, that is why he didn't want to follow that path. Right? This is the opposite, though, because he imagines that he himself could die. He doesn't fear it, because the spider will reign supreme, because they will make the right choice, which is a miscalculation. But nonetheless, he believes it in this moment. And this is just so raw. He isn't worried or frightened of death. He's accepted death. I can hear that he walks with death every day. Cool, Slavinator. Cool. So raw. He isn't in control. Yeah. Once again, like with the scene with the Uvo torture scene, Kurapika has the upper hand on the surface, but it doesn't feel that way, because he isn't in control. Absolutely. That's one aspect of Chrollo that I envy. Yeah, I don't envy much about Chrollo, but this fearlessness... And then it disturbs her so much. We've had Melody exposed to Uvo's roars that are so loud for the regular person, hyper loud for her. This is the first time she's disturbed to this extent by a sound, and that says a hell of a lot. Absolutely, VS Boo. He he's a fatalist, but he definitely wants to he definitely wants agency, and he happens to think that there are multiple predestined fatalistic paths at the same time. Whatever school of thought that goes into, you know. If Chrollo happens to die here, that means he succeeded in evading the worst outcome. So because it was prophesized that he would reign supreme, the fact that he's in a quarter now is probably comforting. Exactly. God, normal, conventional ways that people think of life and death and reigning supreme, it completely gets turned on its head with Chrollo. It's so interesting. Chrollo seems to have a theme of not understanding people very well. In some ways, in others he understands them very well. Like, right here, I'm skipping ahead a little bit, but he makes the evaluation that Kurapika will not sacrifice his friends, and he's spot on about that. Absolutely spot on. Yeah, maybe what Sebastian says, maybe only people in relation to himself. Chrollo being a casual menace. He does break that out. He does break that out, Joshua. Yeah, I think in relation to himself, because his view of his place in the world is so warped by... For real, Shadow, is so warped by his specific views on his place in the world and his identity. So yeah, in relation to himself, that makes sense. He doesn't understand himself, so he doesn't understand how other people think and feel about himself. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, that's like 1 + 1 = 2. I love that you pointed that out, Sebastian. That's so great. It's like a flaw in his programming. Love that. Okay, and they're sort of debating over this. What should we do? This is Raw, by the way. I don't remember, and this is so cool. What were Uvo's last words? Are those the chains you used to kill Uvo? What were Uvo's last words? I don't remember. And the look in his eye tells you that you're lying. Look how confident he is. Am I right, miss? He's so in control of everything here. He said, die, fool. Yep. And Kurapika, that is ingrained in Kurapika's mind, for sure. Or engraved, excuse me. And then Chrollo is so in control of this. You're lying. I can tell. Am I right, miss? But somehow believes that he falls outside of that, which is so damn tragic because he has all the pieces for what he wants, but just can't realize that they apply to him as well. Yep. Exactly. And then, no, I get it totally, Sebastian. This episode has one of the greatest comedic scenes in the anime history. It does. We're gonna get to that in a sec. I have nothing to say to you. And then, yeah, right here. He evaluates him exactly. Also, great shot here. That's a great shot. Love that. This stream kind of making me want to say Chrollo top 5. Always has been. Always has been. No, I think it's... With a cast this stacked, I think it's fair to have him anywhere in like the top 10 to 12 or so. This man Chrollo don't miss except with his fellows on occasion, unfortunately. I can use this. And then, yeah, I think, maybe, did I get past that line? The who are you people, and then Chrollo says the spider. Did I pass that line? Damn, I didn't mean to. I hope I didn't. Either way. It was a second ago? Oh, this one, right here. Who are you people? Or what are you? Who are you people? Or what are you people? Mic drop. That's it. That's it right there. It really is that simple. It really is that simple. So good. Oh, so good. And then, so, okay, this is one of the best bits of comedy in anime, IMO. Or in the anime, rather. So I love this. Put that Pakunoda on the woman on the phone. Second, you do not harm your 2 hostages. Now put Pakunoda on the phone. Can I ask you something first? It's about the second demand. The 2 hostages put up a struggle, so I had to break a few bones. And then he has that classic menacing, we can break their bones. Then we're done. And the look on his face, oh my god, it's so perfect. And then I love it, he just goes, shit. Redial. Sorry, I was lying. I love it, because it's so great. It again shows that Kurapika is not a pushover, and it's just hilarious. It's so funny. This is your last chance. Do not fool around. Put Pakunoda on the phone. And then this, the little punch here. And the moments like this really help, again, to continuously, even when we've gotten to the climax of the story, of the arc, continuously humanize them. Continuously. That never stops. It never stops being a primary aim of the story. Okay, so the demands... you have until 8. You must come alone. And then Chrollo says here, don't hesitate, bring everyone. My life is not important. He really thought he did something. He'll put his friends before the mission. Yeah, exactly. And then this causes discourse here. Between people who are able to... Oh, sorry, let me see the bits of chat here. I love how, if they were actually injured, Killua definitely would keep negotiating. In fact, you mean Kurapika? In fact, things would be even worse for him, but he's so overconfident that this is just a lie and excuse that he just calls the bluff without hesitation. Yeah. Kurapika knows. Can we respect Nobunaga in this part? He has the biggest hatred towards Kurapika and the most motivation for revenge, but he's actually very calm and handles the situation maturely and logically. Even when talking to Kurapika directly, he doesn't lose his composure. True. Yeah, he talks to him directly. Right here, yeah. When it comes to it, he's an impulsive guy, but when it comes to it, he's able to put that aside for the sake of what he values. Yeah, humor in one of the most intense scene of the intense sequences, but it doesn't feel out of place. It doesn't miss a beat. He'll put his friends before the mission, unlike us, but then Pakunoda puts him before the mission, like we're all human at the end of the day. Yup. You and I are the same. Only peak fiction, Gritty. Only peak fiction. And then, yeah, there's a discrepancy between what these people value. I don't want Paku to die either. I'm sure Paku feels the same way. Sorry, I don't want the boss to die now, and I don't want Paku to die later. And then, yeah. Members are not allowed to fight. Shizuka's cute. If we reject the rules, we reject the spider, and I don't want to do that. Again, just it's all over the place. Also, I talked about the coin flip. So the coin flip is just a great nod to the fatalistic element of Chrollo. It's not luck, it is what always was going to happen through flipping a coin and solving disputes. That's really cool. Love that as well, for solving disputes. It's really cool. I've never really seen any other series do this with their antagonist group, showing how they can disagree on their values and each having a valid point. Yeah. Probably, Jotaro. Probably. You can see where each of them are coming from through what they value. Okay, and then they can't follow Paku, and then this. And then this. They drop Illumi into the... Togashi just drops Illumi in. Because it's natural. Because it makes sense. Hisoka could use a body double. So why the hell not? And those two have a relationship. So... this is the perfect chance to fight the boss, but if I leave, the boss will die. So I need some help. And then we get our boy back. Sure, I've known you a little longer than Chrollo. So raw. This is so raw. Everything comes together. Illumi being, yeah, a little bit of a whore. A little bit of a whore. And we go to the last episode. Last episode of the arc. Yeah, I've known you longer than Chrollo anyway, and it's said so casually again. They're besties. Sure, I've known you longer than Chrollo anyway. And we've made it to the last episode of Yorknew. We've gone through power outages, we've gone through peak, requiems, symphonies, blood, destruction, rawness, and we are here. Yeah, let's see what the uptime says. So the uptime says an hour, 11 minutes, but we had the power outage right before there. So it's more like 4 hours. It's more like 4.5 hours. Okay. And then we have here, because I started at 10. I started streaming at a little after 10, a few minutes after 10. 10 Eastern. And then so he presents the conditions here. And then here. He's more concerned about his friends than killing me for his vengeance. That's the chain user's weakness. But Paku is there to completely negotiate or adhere to it, right? You're forbidden to use Nen. Seconds. If I eliminate the boss, the spider will fall apart. But I have no value as a hostage. Was he telling the truth? The spider can move without a head. The leader isn't absolute. Love this illustration. Love this illustration. If necessary, the group is willing to abandon their leader. So raw. That's the nature of the fandom troupe. I can abandon their leader, but that won't cripple the troupe, even though it really will. I mean, because of the way that the troupe do not adhere to the rules that Chrollo set out for them, people like Paku, the faction that was agreeing with Pakunoda, it would definitely cause some sort of problem. But you would think that ultimately they would go on. But I disagree with Kurapika here in saying that it won't cripple them. I think it will cripple them, but I think they will ultimately come back together and persist. Amen to that, Sarah. Maybe I should get a spider tattoo. I must get them back. And this is it. This is Kurapika. I must get them back. Love. That is my top priority. And then here. I don't want to lose any more friends. And then I love this. He doesn't even... Pyro isn't even in focus here. Like, he's just... That's the clearest he gets. It's like it's so hazy in the back of his mind. He's almost like forgotten what it looks like, but he doesn't forget him. It's so good. It is so real. Hunter Exam's second episode is relevant to this. Yeah, true. The old lady's riddle. Yeah, I must get them back. Oh my god. But rather than having to choose between two people who are equally important, Kurapika has to choose between his friends and his revenge. And then at the end of the day, knowing who Kurapika is, there's only one answer. Secondly, you may not contact them. Those are the two conditions. And that is the ultimate hell. Kurapika is laying down ultimate hell on Pakunoda here. Because the Phantom Troupe is their home, it's their solace, it's the home that compensated for the home they never had when they were growing up. It is where they belong. It is everything to them. Their family, the place they belong, in a life that shunned them and gave them no place of belonging. And Kurapika's taking that away completely. That is the cruelest thing he could have done here. And so I think this actually makes up Pakunoda's mind at the end of the arc here. If it wasn't already made up, this is the nail in the coffin, so to speak. Because what is life for any of these troupe members if they cannot connect with these people that they love? What is it at the end of the day? So she's completely willing to do that. Characters being tested on what they value most when all the chips are down. Back against the wall, what they value most is the most telling with regards to who they are. Ned Stark, Aaron, yep. Honor. Well, let's not get into Aaron because of potential spoilers, but yeah. Thank you for the follow, JJ the Cloud. And yes, Taikeha. It is. His conditions on both of them shows a pretty good understanding of the troupe, yeah. Which must hurt Kurapika even more now that he has comprehension of them and their values. Thank you for the sub, K-Coil. K-Coil, thank you for the sub. If you want that to go towards one of the goals, as Sarah's linking here, please do so. But otherwise, thank you very much for the support. Glad you enjoyed the stream, Geese. Have a great sleep. Exactly, Critty, yeah. Top 10 Nen abilities. Gotcha. Gotcha. I put that right away. Thank you very much. And then he uses Judgment Chain. And then here, Paku. Chrollo still doesn't know what she's going to do. And then right here. And look how sad. That's the first time he realized that he misunderstood her. And what she would do. And this is essentially... Chrollo's face here kills me too. This is essentially his ambitions crashing down, disappointment. Because at the end of the day, this is the chance to do something monumental for someone who has such immense loathing for them and the capability to oppose them. But she doesn't do it because she values him more. And it's devastating, you know? And then release Gon and Killua. Okay. Heartbeats are good. And then here. He just has his eyes closed. And then I love that. If the troupe were as merciless as expected, then this deal would be impossible. So the fact that this is actually going down is in and of itself a huge statement, something huge that's happening. He's disappointed and dissatisfied with himself and his lack of judgment. I think it's a bit of both, to be honest. But yeah, definitely that as well. Like how I missed something so vital. Yeah, Melody emphasizing the parallels, for sure. Coming face to face with the realization that the people you despise so much are not heartless monsters, but just as human as you are and care in the same way about their loved ones, surely this isn't going to be relevant ever again. Never. Antagonists are all evil. The rules are ironclad, and the boss accepts them. But this woman appears to be different. Yeah, and Melody just lays it all out right here. Same motive. She wishes to save her companion. I love this shot. Why haven't you asked any questions? You know who I am. Don't you find this unreasonable? Yes, I do. I truly believe that I'll return your leader. Absolutely. If you intended to deceive me, or sorry, what? You wouldn't ask those questions if you intended to see me. Also, we know the conversation she has with Gon and Killua prior to this. I think that lends her some insight into the type of person Kurapika is, and how he wouldn't jeopardize his connection with those two people. So I think that also helps as well. And Kurapika's face here, yeah. And then here, oh man. Glad you enjoyed M-Blood. Yeah, we're right at the end, last episode. And then again, we have this discrepancy between motives. Again, very natural, very organic, and it makes sense. And then this, like, Gon is angry at them because you don't understand why Pakunoda wants to leave without a word, or why Machi's stopping you. You think they're being controlled? They just want to rescue your boss. It is so hard to understand the desire to save a friend. And then so Gon's anger with the Phantom Troupe in this way, this extreme vitriol and hatred that he feels towards them, shifts from them as a whole to those who can't relate to the desire to save a friend. Because he looks at Machi and Pakunoda more favorably. Yeah, I love Machi and Court to be standing up for Pakunoda here. Is it so hard to understand the desire to save a friend? Oh, that is so important. Let me screenshot that really quick. So good. And then I love this. I love this. Gon comes out of his change here. And then Killua just casually. Also, love his eyes here. Just look at his eyes there, burning with emotion. And Killua goes, "Good grief, yada yada," casually breaks out. And then Fink says, "The second you take a step, I'll rip your head off." And then I won't budge an inch. Also, look at Nobunaga. This is a chaotic screenshot. Is bro dead? Oh, don't even. Oh man, Critty. I can never handle 95. 95 is one of the best adapted scenes in the entire series, by the way, which by default makes it one of my favorite anime episodes. No matter how much he hates someone, Kurapika isn't like you. No matter how much he hates someone, whoops, he wouldn't lose control and kill them without mercy. He'll definitely keep his word. And then I love this. So someone asks, who asked this? Yeah, Franklin asks, Shellnark, what's the worst case scenario? The boss is dead, the others are being controlled, and the other two kids escape. And then Franklin says, no, it isn't. Yes. That's what you've got wrong. You've got it wrong. And Franklin, as, again, the primary conveyor of the spirit and soul and philosophy of the Phantom Troupe, amazing scene for him here. The worst case scenario would not be that. It would be that we all die and the spider perishes. Yeah, I love Franklin speaking up here, the usually quiet guy showing that he's been dealing with all of this and thinking about it in his own way. Yeah, he has the greatest understanding, or at least the greatest conveyance, of Chrollo's philosophy and values than anyone else. Yeah, he embodies the spider's philosophy the best outside of Chrollo. And he says it here. Talking like a true leader, yes, yeah. Very rational, yep. Would be that we all die and the spider perishes. By comparison, your scenario is quite pleasant. Am I wrong? No, you're right. You're being too reliant on the boss. If the troupe falls apart as a result, that's the greatest betrayal you can make towards the boss. Franklin, I think, understands Chrollo better than anyone else in the troupe. I think that's pretty clear, in my opinion. Think about the absolute worst case scenario and compare it with what you're afraid of currently. That's true, Shadow. That's a great way of being able to help with certain stresses and IRL issues. That's really cool. I'm glad you were able to apply it that way. It's top 100, Davinator. Yeah. Yeah, so Paku takes the kids. The boss doesn't return. Then we will unleash holy hell right down upon them. I'm fine with that. If that's what it takes to satisfy you. Going back to the discussion about who would take the place of leader we had the other day, I think Franklin would definitely step up. I think if it had to be someone, Franklin's the best person for the job. Franklin's great. Which line, Shadow? From Machi? And then we have Ilumi. Is bro dead? When she says, it won't be easy to kill me. Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I agree, Kairoven. Subtle detail that Shalnark's phone was not answered by him, but by Finks. Shalnark's fortune for context. Do not answer your phone. Yeah! Love that. Love that detail so much. And, like, was that even needed? Who would have thought of that? But Togashi did. Well, let me just go back to it. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So good. So good. Okay. And then we have the boy. Omniverse brain. My boy is struggling here. Ilumi? Something about this shot I really enjoy, by the way. I don't know. And then he says, if you refuse, I'll kill Golan and Killua, and that would be such a waste. Okay, and then they make the trade, and then here, this. God. My man hasn't moved in 40 minutes. This, though. Oh, man. No words needed for this. Yeah, so much unspoken between them, which has gone on in the last couple of episodes. I don't know if this was discussed as I was gone for some time, but do you think Pakunoda can be considered as a Judas among the troupe? No. She betrays... I guess she betrays the very strict rules of the Phantom Troupe, in a way. But I think that the sentiment of why she did that in the first place is not lost among anyone, and so as a result, I don't think that they consider that to be a Judas moment. I don't even get those vibes from Chrollo, despite him being the most personally betrayed by that. I don't think so. Hey, Safwa. The Judas comparison is great, especially with what Chrollo said before. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to conceptualize. I don't think he views her as a Judas. He was so confident that there wasn't one, but then again, he was so confident that Paku would not make this trade, right? So I don't know. It's up for interpretation. I tend to lean on no, she's not, because I think they understand her sentiments, but who knows? This scene signifies their parting as well as ideological differences. Yeah, I think so as well. She didn't sell him out. How is it a Judas moment? Because he wanted her to come with the troupe and disobey the orders, to let him die for the and to kill Kurapika. I don't think he sees her as a Judas, but I do think it's a very intentional allusion to that scene. Yeah, I think that's right there. But I don't think he sees her as one. Yeah, she said, and her fortune as well, JTD says, you must choose between pride and betrayal. I mean, Betrayal, Judas, it's right there, right? Yeah. Yeah, Safo, we pointed out that expression earlier on in the episode. Extreme disappointment, in my opinion. Disappointment, sadness. Is Chrollo's vision of the spider not achieved? Will it be something he always regrets? Will what be something he always regrets, Eri? And then, yeah. Oh, also, I missed the high five. Gotta put the high five in there. Also, Kurapika's face. At the end of the day, what he's just done is he's foregone his revenge. But there's no wavering at all. He is totally confident in his decision here, as you can see by his face here. The scene they cut out I mentioned earlier explains how Ilumi replaced Hisoka without anyone noticing, by the way. Also hinting at a certain thing with the troupe. Ah! Do you have a link to it, Shadow? If not, that's okay. I was just curious. Yeah, and then there's the fatalism aspect to it that Vehement mentions there. Leorio best bro indeed, Jesse's mask. And I love how this is storyboarded. So, I've waited a long time for this moment. Chrollo says he doesn't perceive Judas as a traitor because he had a reason for doing what he did, and his loyalty to Jesus was unwavering, and Paku here is betraying the spider, but out of her own loyalty to Chrollo. Yeah, so the Judas thing was about having reasoning for doing what he did. I also think it highly hinges on Chrollo's obsession with fatalism and human beings being puppets at the whims of fate. I actually think of it a little bit different there. But that logic can be applied no matter whether you buy into Critty's thinking there or the fatalistic angle. Either way, there is evidence there for Chrollo to not view her in that way. But it's an interesting topic. And then, so yeah, I've waited a long time for this moment. And then Chrollo just... the anti-climax to end all anti-climaxes here. Hisoka takes off his shirt, takes off his... Let me just turn off the music for a sec. You needn't hold back. Paku's so pretty. So we can talk. You aren't a true member, so we can talk. Also, yeah, so this is what I was talking about before with being secluded and not being able to talk to his own family, to his own sense of self. Like, what Kurapika does here is totally... I was talking about, I think in reference to the Pakunoda scene, I meant it with regards to Chrollo. What he does to Chrollo here by cutting him off from the rest of the spider, it is unbelievably... It cuts him off from everything, from his everything. But yeah, so he can talk to Chrollo, so he can talk to Hisoka here because he's not part of it. I can't fight you. Yeah, Hisoka did all the foreplay. I'm not worth fighting. And then the wind. He could just blow away in the breeze. F's in the chat for my boy. He did so much for this moment. He did so much. Oh boy. It's so great. This is... Togashi and Anti-Climax is so amazing. So in character, so natural, fulfilling. One of the funniest moments in anime for me. Man spent years and messed with poems just to get cucked in the end. Oh yeah, me neither, Critty. Like we have... Thank you for the follow, ASPO2. We have the sort of the end of the Hunter exam. We have the end of, kind of the end of Heaven's Arena a little bit. We have this. This is my favorite. This is my favorite anti-climax in the whole series. It's fantastic. And then, but then it gets quite sad here. I no longer have any reason to kill Chrollo. And I've talked about this line. I've talked about this line before. This is so sad to me. I'm not interested in broken toys. Oh, is it in Twitter or something? I thought you just put it in chat. Okay, hold on. I gotta do a couple of extra things for that then, Shadow. But yeah, this line, I love it. Oh, you put it in chat. Sorry, I missed it. Let's see. Oh, okay, gotcha. I gotcha. There's 3? So there's this, there is this, and then there's this. Okay. Someone's there, let's check it out. Ah. A kid. I forgot all about this. This is so cool. This is so cool. That is so cool. It's a shame they cut that. The end of the manga exotic. And the Illumi face, yeah. Yeah, the eyes. Yeah, the Illumi eyes. That's so cool. That's so great. Thank you for the follow, Prinzip. We have now surpassed... we have 3,602 followers. Cool. Thank you guys for the follows today. And then, yeah. And then, yeah, so things have changed. Fate appears to be changing bit by bit. And love this shot of Chrollo. Let me just change this song. This is going to be blocked by YouTube. I love this song. Whatever, I'll play it. I'll edit it in YouTube. I've been watching you for years, since the Greed vid, I think, but I just found your Twitch. Cool. Yeah, I've been advertising my Twitch pretty consistently for a few months now, but glad you were finally able to find it, Prinzip. Glad you've been enjoying the vids for so long. This isn't the end. And then look how exhausted he is. This is Kizuna from Nisei Monogatari. I love how the poems act as a microcosm of each character. Chrollo continues to hang on to the words of his poem, showing his fatalist point of view. Hisoka merely uses the poems to get what he wants, highlighting his selfish nature and how he makes his own fate. Yeah, that's a great point, JTD. Hisoka is totally opposite to Chrollo in that way, and he uses poems for his own whims in that sense. And doesn't give a lick about what's destined for him. Pakunoda is ultimately conflicted with the fortune and ultimately... Pakunoda is conflicted with the fortune and ultimately chooses to follow her heart. Yeah. Yeah, and everything's shaken for Chrollo's identity here. Absolutely. And then this. Oh, my heart. Chaos. Holy shit. Davinator. Thank you so much for gifting out 10 community subs. 10 community gift subs. You guys have been crazy generous today. Thank you so much. A total of 395 gift subs, or subs have been... Oh yeah, gift subs for Davinator in total. You're insane, my friend. Thank you so much for your continued support. And I'm so glad that you continue to enjoy these streams and the content and everything. Hope everyone enjoys the emotes, the badges, and do you know where you want that to go towards, Davinator? And thank you for the Hydrate Dragonite. Thank you so much, Davinator. Let me just quickly read. Shadow says, he now has to face that the members of the troupe aren't always going to follow his expectations, that he actually does have value as an individual to them, and that not everything is determined. I think that last part, I think he had a bit of a hope that the last part was a thing, because of his idea of avoiding undesirable futures. But yeah, the confirmation of that and everything else is so huge. It's so huge for him, Shadow. Where does he go from here? How will this change the way he views himself and the spider? Yeah, it's a great hook. It's such a great hook for what happens past this point. Also, this music is amazing. This song is so good. Toby Fox. Yeah, Yeah. No paycheck coming in tomorrow. It's all over for you guys. Oh no. Oh no. I think that's the implication of the lingering shot when it says the fate is changing. Yeah. Thank you for the follow. Flygon Eats His Veggies. Great name. But this is so sad. And the last human touch we get from Pakunoda, I guess. Or the last little human touch.
Yeah.
Breaks my heart every time. The humanization, unbelievable. These little... Oh. And then here, like every shot here, every moment in this scene is phenomenal. It's so good. By the way, Dave Nader, if you said what you wanted those to go towards, I didn't catch it, but if you didn't, then no worries. Just reminding you. Critty shot, yeah. The fly episode. Okay, thank you, Dave Nader. Let me just quickly put that towards it. I can do the math really quickly for that. That's 25, so this is 46. Thank you, Dave Nader. We're almost halfway for the fly episode already. Cool. And then this. Love the little detail with the rain coming through the ceiling there. Pakunoda is such a great character. She's so great. Six bullets for the original members. Do you trust me? Perfect, Davinator. If nothing else, I'm glad I've helped you realize that you're a Pakunoda simp. She was walking downtown knowing that she was about to kill herself for the spider, so she does one last act of kindness before that. And again, what happens before your death tells you a lot about the person. Naming the original members too, kind of highlighting the transitive element of the spider. Yeah. Do you trust me? Oh my god. Yeah, Finks' expression shifts. Yeah. Have some faith. Which line in full? Which line in full, Critty? This part? Do you trust me? Okay. Here. I can only shoot 6 bullets at once. That's enough for the remaining founding members. Beitan, Finks, Machi, Nobunaga, Shalnark, Franklin? Do you trust me? I know I muted the episode. I gotta do this for copyright, Critty. It won't be able to go on YouTube if I don't do this stuff. Which part do you want to hear? Just the do you trust me? I can play that. Oh, trying to hear the Japanese? Okay, here. There we go. Did that help? I really like how this shot kind of mirrors Chrollo's creation of the troupe back in Meteor City. Chrollo told the members to value the spider over his own life, and here we see Paku sacrifice her own life to protect the spider, her comrades. Oh, I didn't even notice that. That's true, Safwa. It directly mirrors it. It's a passing of the torch and a continuous passing down of that philosophy and that legacy. Even though she goes against it, betrays, that sentiment nonetheless seeps through. Will you trust me and accept this? I see. My memories my feelings, I pass them all to you. And then this. Please, let all this end with me. My God. This shot right here. Me too, Sebastian. That's interesting, Gritty. Receive this. Do you trust me and will you accept this? Just look at that. Also the light beaming down on her. Yeah, it looks like she's ascending almost. Unbelievable. The heartbeat sound direction, so good. And then just the illustration there. There's some effects here, some makeup here. Special attention paid to this. Yeah. Unreal. And then it just fades into the quiet. You just hear the storm and the rain. And then I understand everything. Anime, you just don't get anime like this. It's M-Blood. We wouldn't value this as much if it wasn't so rare, but nonetheless, I love that you get the feeling that she constantly flips between what it means to betray and uphold the spider. We don't see this through internal dialogue all the time, but more so through her actions and subtext. There was never a right answer, just the one she took. And she completely put her heart into it. She completely had conviction for that choice. There was originally one head and 8 legs. 8 legs and 1 head make a spider. True, JTD. Yorknew is so good, and then Kurapika completely worn out by everything. That was unintentional, Darkside. Did not mean to say that. Yeah, this does make a big impact for Finks. It does. And I don't think it's a coincidence that he becomes more prominent after this. Kurapika shouldn't fight the troupe anymore. And this track as well. Oh, Yorknew is the easiest 10 in the world. If he just wanted revenge, he would have chosen different abilities. If he only wanted to kill them, he wouldn't have gone to the trouble of chaining their hearts. Maybe he only had one. Maybe if he only had one target, yeah. But he's dealing with the whole troupe. Yep. But that was his original objective. Idealistic till the end. Yeah, I think they are as well. Shadow. Kurapika is an internally conflicted character. I don't think these two are mutually exclusive. The moment I really love is when Silva faces Chrollo. He goes, "You remember me? Of course I do. You killed one of my people." Yeah. The hints of the Silva Chrollo connection. We were talking about this earlier, but it's just so cool because there's so much history in their interactions, in their glances towards one another, but nothing is said. Nothing needs to be said, and you can feel their dynamic right there. It was difficult. So much rich history that adds up to this world and these characters feeling living, breathing, dynamic, rich. It's insane. I love the Silva Chrollo dynamic there. And then, yeah, they go to the auction house. They do it. And I love this. This is great comedy, too. Absolutely, Davinator. It's so efficient. It does so much. I think if Kurapika was given the choice between killing the troupe and having them punished by law for good, he would choose the latter for sure. The only problem is that the latter's impossible. Yeah. Yep. It goes back to what he said in the Hunter exam when Netero asked him those questions. if possible, I would prefer to not fight anyone. I wouldn't want to fight anyone. That's why it's called the Chain of Judgment. Oof. Oof. Yeah. Hey, Melia Market. And then this. All right, let's go. Rock and roll. We're in the auction. Let's do it. Look at this. It's so... Yeah, Chrollo's expression is somber in comparison. That's a good word for it, Safwa. I imagine it is ineffective, Isaiah. I imagine it's very ineffective. That awkward moment you run into your friends after saying goodbye. Phaeton's just like, what the hell? I would have liked to see some post-mortem characterization for the troupe member Silva killed, like their presence still being felt among the group, but that might be a little contrary to the spider always keeps crawling idea, but even then it's not like that motto has no internal contradictions. I kind of see that. I kind of see that, but I do understand why it's not there because of what you say there. It moves forward. You know, they mourn Uvo, and without context, you can't really feel his absence, right? You can say that Nobunaga feels a bit awkward, but without the context of Uvo in the first place, you wouldn't know why. Pakunoda leaves, they mourn her very quietly, and then they move on, right? So I'm totally okay with them not dwelling upon that member that was killed, but it would have been cool. Yeah, more of anything from this world would have been cool. Mikola is a peak example of that. Rhaegar as well, Rhaegar Targaryen. I love characters like that as well. They're super AJ core. Carl Fritz, that's a good one too. And then, don't worry, we're not gonna kill you because we can't kill the chain user now. And then gone. I love this. This is almost meta in a way. Why not? Didn't use. Isn't it the other way around? It's pretty useful to have someone who's willing to ask questions. Useful for exposition as well. Yeah, Nen after death. Yep, Togashi setting up Nen after death right here. Yorknew City expands the scope of Hunter x Hunter in a natural way, not just through the troupe, Meteor City, and the themes explored through them, but through the Mafia and the other underworld, how the world is bigger than just Gon and Killua, how characters move seemingly in conjunction, unspoken history, yeah, absolutely. The culture, the little world-building details like the stuff with the pile, even. It's so cool. Yeah, so introduced right here, Nen after death. This is kind of disturbing, by the way, this imagery. Nen after death, wonder if that comes into use later. So that's why we can't kill them. I won't say another word. And then here. This is just, this is where we leave off with Chrollo. Yeah, it won't ever be relevant again. Love this. That grand expanse. East. East is where you will go. So we're done with you kids. Note that Finks just said, I won't say anything more. I guess it was specific to that, but even still, he can't help himself from right here saying something. We just came to enjoy the auction. What happened to Pakunoda-san? I don't know if that would count, Diego. I totally agree, JTD. And then I love the echo here of, why don't you run away? And then this look from Finks, yeah. So why don't you run away? Aren't you on his side? Because we're his friends. Because we're his friends, we don't want him to kill. Whew. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Hukex, how's it going? Welcome back again. Interesting, because I was just thinking that Chrollo being a bit of a romanticist in relation to the convo about Chrollo putting a lot of weight into the meaning of poems, while Hisoka rewrites them and changes them to his convenience. Yeah, bit of a romanticist. I don't know exactly this painting. Okay, I see what you mean. I got you, Critty. I got you. That is evocative of something like that. Paku's decision really is the crux of the main theme of Yorknew. The value of a life and how that's expressed. These troupe members, violent murderers and thieves, are people. They're alive, their bonds with each other and acts they commit are proof of that. Paku was able to show her love, and I think Chrollo is slowly but surely coming to understand that, bit by bit. We can only hope. Yeah, Gon doesn't directly try to stop Kurapika from his revenge, but does what he can to nudge him away from it. So we'd prefer this to be settled with an exchange. Paku wanted to thank you. Thank you for the follow, Wet Paper Lunch. And that is a beautiful note, a beautiful line. That's true, Critty. Lyrinia is evocative of that. Paku wanted to thank you. This does a lot for Finks as well, by the way. And those looks from them. Yeah. After receiving their memories, they've grown to like them in some way. Finks was very adversarial, like, consistently towards them. But after having seen that, he can't help but, he has a bit of a soft spot for them. You had to say that. Pakunoda probably admired the purity that Gon had there, purity that her and the rest of the troupe could never have. Made her believe that maybe the world has some good in it. Unbelievable. Yorknew, everyone. The adult trio are respective foils of Gon, Killua, Kurapika. Yeah, I've heard that, JTD. Wow. And this applies to us too. Next week, the story moves on to the Yorknew, to the Greed Island arc. But that was Yorknew. And goodness gracious. So, we've been streaming for a very long time, but nonetheless, I do have to quickly do my episode tier list. So, let us refresh. There we go. Don't worry, Santi, I know. 5 hours for each stream? No. Sorry, but I muted myself, whoops. Sorry, but I need to function. I can't make them this long every time. Did everything get out there? I muted myself like twice there. Anyways, okay, 39 I would put in A. 40 I would put in B, to be honest. And we will do the character rankings, don't worry. 41 I will put... So 42, honestly, I'll do double S, to be honest. 41 I'll put in S. 43 I'll put in S. I think all these are just straight S. 45. Yeah, I think all these are just straight S. 47. Triple S. BT, I would direct you to my video on Yorknew City for an answer to that question. There's a specific one that I would direct you to. Let me link it really quickly. And we also need music back. Let me find that really quickly for you. . right here. Oh yeah, this... Is this yours, Critty? Here. Here's the link. The link to the template. And that first link was, okay, cool. So 47, let me get rid of these ads. Let me just move my camera so you guys can see. So those are the triple S I've got. 48. 48 I'll just give A, but I like it a lot. 49. Ooh, 49 so good. I'll put it S. 50 I'll put... one of these is double S. Ah, yes, there you are. I see, Critty. Okay, so I think... Which do I like better, 49 or 50? I am leaning... I think I'll put 50 there. Thank you for the follow, Gigonomics. And... Okay, 51. I will put the first one for sure in Hunter x Hunter tier. Um, 52, I will put in... Oh, it has the fight. Oh, I gotta put it in double S because of the fight. 53, I'll put that in S. This, I'm putting double S. All the fortune stuff. Like, I think everything from here is double S. I think it is. All the fortune stuff is so good. 56, triple S, don't mind me. 57, I'll put double S. And then 58, triple S. Oh, sorry, there we go. But there's, you know what? I need to add another, because these aren't quite these aren't quite as good as those. So I'll put SS plus. No, should I just keep them here, or should I do an SS plus? Thanks, Sarah. Chrollo single tear after reading the poem. Unbelievable. Unreal. More specific the better. Sure, let's just do one above. Because there's a bit of a separation between these two and triple S. But I don't think they're as good as these. Quite. But 58, no, 58 is as good. 56 I'll put there. Yeah, okay. I think I'm happy with that. Bye, Melia. See ya, Melia. Don't make an SS plus. You think I should just put in triple S? I don't know though. It feels too good for double S and not good enough for triple S. Critty. Should I just lowball it? It has this scene though. Look how this scene is so Kino, Critty. They're not ranked, Pedrolito. They're just gone chronologically. That's why I put it in the thumbnail. You know what? Screw it. Screw it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Okay, there we go. That's the episode tier list. I'm glad, JTD. Okay, and now I will bring my camera back. There we go. That's our episode tier list, and now we have the character rankings. Let me just make sure I don't spoil it. Okay, so what I will do here is gradually scroll up. Gradually scroll up on them, and you guys can do a couple of bets. Santi wants to do a bet. Yorknew should have more Triple S episodes than Heaven's Arena anyhow. True. Okay. So here we are. My top. I've narrowed it down to 40. These is Tompa, Bonolanov, Izunavi, and Zushi. I might be using future stuff for Bonolanov a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. And then we have... Whoops. Okay, I can go up to like 28 or something here. I can go up to like 23 actually. Okay, so this is the ranking. Deal with it, Sebastian. He is. There you go. Miliki Kaluto Dalzolen. Yeah, so Hanzo, Squala, Dalzolen, Kaluto in Yorknew. Remember, just Yorknew, we're just, Kaluto will go higher. Miliki, Goto, Satots, Light, Zapile, Kanari, Jing, Kikyo, Wing. So that's the top, that's up to 23. Okay, so we'll start betting here. Whoopsie daisy. Here. There we go. Okay, so then we'll go up a little bit, and then we'll do a bet between 19 and 20. Or actually, we'll do 20 and 19. Wow, did you just hear what I said? It's been a long day. Anyways, so number 22, Shizuku. Number 21, Netsudo. Okay? That's what we got so far. Am I covering that? I hope not. Oh, okay, Netsudo. So Netsudo's 21, you can't see it. What you guys are doing a bet between are 19 and 20, okay? And the two, I'm gonna just say it, I can't write it. The two you're betting between are Finks and Shalnark. Okay? For 19 and 20. Okay, so which is number 20 is the question. I'll give you a minute. Finks or Shalnark? You're saying which is number 20. Get your points. Get your points here. Start prediction. What do we think? What do we think? I don't know how Togashi wrote the best tournament arc, the best mafia arc, the best adventure arc, the best war arc, and the best political arc. Built different. Built completely different. Also the best Retrieve Killua arc. The best isekai as well. Well, you probably disagree with that because of ReZero. Safwa, you're betting between... Well, it says right there, Shalnark and Finks. Which one's number 20? I think time's almost up. There's channel points. They just came up just now. A reminder that we're betting on the lower one. Is that a command? I guess not. Oh, no, I said I wouldn't do a command for it because it's always that way, Sarah, so it's just a repetition. Okay, so let's see. True prediction outcome, 98% think Shalnark, holy shit, is number 20. The answer... Wow, I guess that wasn't hard at all. Shalnark, there you go. You won nothing, though. Okay, we gotta do a tougher one next time. I thought that would have been a little hard. Okay, so let us see then. We have Netsudo's 21, Shalnark, Finks, he's number 19. Finks is clear. Finks is clear. Okay, let's do between the next two. So I'm not showing you guys, but you're gonna guess which one's number 18, okay? And it is between Neon Nostrad and Franklin. Which is number 18? So the lower one. Again, the lower one. Which is lower? Neon Nostrad or Franklin? Cool, K-Sid. We got you in the predictions. Yeah, so I gushed quite a little bit, at least a little bit, about Franklin towards the end. I gushed a little bit about Neon last stream. It is a tough one. Good. I'm glad this one is harder. Gritty, what do you think about Neon, by the way, if you're still here? I think she's super good. I think she's just a super solid minor character for the arc. With lots of interesting subtext between her and her father. Okay. Is it finished? Oh, it's almost finished. Okay. So the answer. Let's see this. 63% say Franklin is number 18. 37% Neon say Neon is number 18. The answer is Franklin's number 18. I'm glad that one was closer. I get pride when the votes are closer. Cool. Glad you like her more now, Critty. Leaving. Aw, okay, see ya. I'll keep betting against the odds. Yep, so that is, we have Neon. Okay, so yeah, let's continue up the list a little bit. I'll do a We got a bit of a cool one for 13 and 14 we can do. But let's go up to 15 here. So, yeah, Franklin, Neon, and then Phaeton is number 16. And then you can't see 15, but Mito is number 15. That's plenty. Okay, well, actually, we can. This is up to you guys. Why is Phaeton so high? I don't know. Yeah, I might be highballing because of later stuff. I don't know. Damn. Okay. All right. Why are you guys confronting me about this? He's cool. I like his personality. Don't worry. He gets lower later. He's cool. He's quiet. He's twisted. His psychotic or psychopathic tendencies. I like his design. I like his manner of speaking. How it's different. He's distinct. What do you want from me? Yeah, it's just a hair's breadth between them. His voice, very cool. 15 is Mito. Let me just get rid of my camera, actually. 15 is Mito. Okay, and then, so 13 and 14 are in some order, Silva and Zeno. Do you guys want to bet for that, or just skip that? If you want to overload on... Beans is not on the list. If you want to overload on the bets, we can do that. Okay. Okay, we'll do it. It is a little challenging, Mortal Sandwich. Okay, so let's do it really quickly. Start a prediction. So Silva and Zeno. 1 minute. And then you're guessing which is number 14. Why, Shadow? I always dislike when people say one way or another, I'll be disappointed with his ranking. I don't like that. Come on. Oh, crap. I forgot to put in a character. Whoopsies. Let me just switch this around for a second. I need to switch the scene. There we go. Okay. Silva is so cool. Oh, sorry. Silva is so cool. I love... I love the whole promise with Killua. The core of that is so cool. I do think that Yorknew does more for Zeno through "Do you think we kill for pleasure?" etc. But at the same time, for this arc, for everything up until this point, at the same time, I think more is done for Silva prior to this, whereas more is done for Zeno and Yorknew comparatively. So, yeah, and the stuff and this history we talked about with him and Chrollo, super cool, super cool. Are the bets done? Okay, good. One sec. I need to fidget around with something really quickly so I don't spoil the rest of the list. But as for the answer, at this point, yeah, Shadow, yeah, Silva's higher. Silva is higher. So be disappointed all you want. Zeno is number 14. I don't understand why it's so clear that Silva should be lower. I'm curious. But yeah, Zeno and Silva, number 13. Sorry, 14 and 13, respectively. Or maybe just show me the list. Okay. And then we have... Let us continue. I'm kind of interested why I like both a lot. Zeno is insanely raw, but like for me, it's pretty damn clear. Like it's not that close. It's not super close between them. Still, like the promise with Killua, and he will come back home. That is so there is so much there, and then the stuff with Chrollo and the history there and their little looks. That alone is enough for him to be definitely like it's not. They are miles apart. Obviously, they're right next to each other, but it's pretty. I'm pretty certain at this point in the story for sure. Yeah, you'd need a VPN, Minty Kai. Silva's introduced with so much presence, while the first time we see Zeno, it's much more casual. Yeah, there's a lot of weight. Like the promise, I keep saying the promise with Killua, it's just so good. This soundtrack is Asgore from Undertale. Okay, so let us continue a little bit. Let me move the camera. Okay, we have Machi, number 12. We have Melody, number 11. Who's after that? Okay. We have Nobunaga, number 10. Love my boy. And then we can do a quick little bet between 8 and 9. We'll do 2 more, how about? We'll do a bet between 8 and 9. So this is between 2 in particular. Here. Oops. Right here. Okay, perfect. And you guys are going to be betting... I honestly can't decide between them. I feel like objectively Silva will be higher, but I'm such a Silva hater, so considering Future 7 just interpersonal things, it's hard to decide. Yeah. I think Silva's just more interesting and weighty to me as a character. Anyways, okay. For sure, Sarah. For sure. I can't say I despise anyone in Hunter x Hunter, except like Pike and the Fish siblings. Okay, so number 8 and 9 is between Ilumi and Uvogin. Ilumi and Uvogin, okay? You're deciding which is number 9. All or nothing, let's do this. Pike made me laugh. I'm glad he made you laugh. By the way, Shadow, what would your answer be for that at this point in the arc? I think I know. Sorry, not for Ilumi and Uvogin. For Nobunaga and Uvogin, because I know Ilumi's probably ahead of Uvogin. Get your bets in, all in. Hopefully you can redeem some One Piece, Santi. Okay, so the answer is number 9. 70% say Uvogin, 30% say Ilumi. The outcome is Uvogin. You are correct. Uvogin is number 9. I lean more towards Nobunaga because of his dynamics with Gon. Cool. Cool. Ilumi is great. Ilumi is super good. I thought you knew me too, JT. I thought you knew me too. But yeah, so Uvogin's there, Ilumi's there. But I put Pakunoda just a bit ahead of him because of that lasting impact of her character. That last scene. Pike doesn't need a defense, Sebastian. I just don't like him. He's just generally not a likable presence, but he's intentionally supposed to be that way. Oh no, Kasid. So yeah, Pakunoda is number 7, and then number 6 I think is pretty solidly above 7 and pretty solidly below 5 is Leorio. And we can do one last bet for today. That can be. Okay, at this point in the story, is this tell me if this is a good bet. Actually, okay, no, I'll do this. Holy shit, who did? Manats, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. We are discussing Hunter x Hunter. Thank you very much, Manat. We're getting very close to the end. Yeah, thank you, Sarah. So yeah, so numbers 5 and 4. Okay, so this is what I'll do. Number 5, Hisoka. I just realized my camera wasn't on. Hisoka's number 5. This is very close. 3, 4, and 5 is very close. So yeah, we just finished Yorknew, so we're just ranking the characters, Manat. But yeah, welcome in, raiders. If you're not familiar with Hunter x Hunter, you should probably this is probably gibberish to you, but welcome in. My name's Alexander, and I make YouTube videos and do these streams, and I have lots of fun with them. I'm ranking them. No, I'm ranking them in terms of how good of characters I think they are, not in terms of how strong they are. Okay, so Hisoka was number 5, and then last bet, okay? Last bet. Between Kurapika and Killua for 3 and 4, okay? Kurapika and Killua. So let me just get this in here. Which is number 4 is the question. And 1 minute. Star prediction. This one is going to hurt if I get it wrong. Remember, this is just within the context of Yorknew up until the end of Yorknew. Oh no, JTD. Let's see if you get it, Sebastian. Yeah, Mora, it's been a long day. But we're nearing the end now. Just a bet, and then a couple more, and then we'll be all set. There's a lot for Kurapika in this arc, but it also adds a lot to Killua's character, but since it's heavily Kurapika focused... Which is it? Gotta back my boy. Gotta go to town for your boy. GTD, there's an outside chance. I don't think it's super likely, but there's definitely an outside chance. Did we all fall? And thank you for the hydrate, K-Sid. This is more tense than episode 49. I haven't fallen into recency bias. I did this... So I rewatched the show with Hannah, and then I made this list immediately after it. It's been weeks since then, and I'm still comfortable with it. So I'm not recency bias fueled, but who knows? Okay, so the answer, number 4. Well, let's see the spread. 75% say Killua. Damn, you're not gonna win much. But yeah, number 4 is Killua. Number 3 is Kurapika. Killua is not... There we go. There we go. Should I just end there with the bets, or do you want to bet between 1 and 2? Do you want to do one last one for the road? Up to you guys. Up to you guys. One last one for the road? Okay. Okay, you guys know the last 2, right? You guys know the last 2. It's Gon and Chrollo. So let me get my camera back here. Okay, the last 2 are Gon and Chrollo. What order are they in? At the end of Yorknew. So which is number 2? You're voting for the one I like less, just as always. Start prediction, there we go. All right, last one. What is this music? I can't even vote, why not? Did you lose everything? Mm-hmm. 0 points, gotcha. That's what happens, Santi. I guess no One Piece for forever. Sucks. I'm kidding, by the way. Complex Motives already redeemed One Piece for the weekend, so we will be reading One Piece starting with the Baratia arc, which is cool. Which is cool. Okay, almost done. From 28k to 54. Baratie. Okay, someone's telling me wrong information. They told me it was Baratia. Okay, Baratie. Okay, all predictions done. Yeah, this is a freebie. 95% said Gon, 95 were correct. I mean, that's outlined on the list, and this is Chrollo's primary arc. At least so far. There you go. There you go. You got a little bit of a freebie. Oh, Baratie. Baratier? What? Baratier? Baratia? Guys, which one is it, please? 1 point, yay. I mean, you guys asked for it. But yeah, that's my ranking. I watch one MCU movie. There you go, guest. Which one am I watching now? Let me know which one I'm watching. I always understood it as Baratia. Baratia. Baratier. Oh, okay. Baratier. Okay, I'm gonna say that. Baratier. Baratier. The first Avengers. Okay, gotcha, guest. Okay, I guess that'll do it, guys. Holy shit, this stream was long. Don't fool yourself by the uptime. This was 5.5 hours. One of my longest streams ever. I'm not built for this. Yes, I was guest. I did see it. Gigi? Gichi? I know it's Gege, right? It's Gege. Thank you once again for joining me. Next week we start Greed Island, which I'm very excited to talk about. I imagine that'll probably take 2 streams as well, but probably shorter streams. I don't think we can fit the whole thing in one stream. Yeah, don't be I had a power outage, Critty. 3 hours in. Okay, thank you guys very much, and let's see who is available to raid. Look, Louisiana. We all know and love Louisiana, right? She's playing Persona 5 Royal. She's deep into the Royal content, so if you don't want to be spoiled, don't go into that. But that's what we'll do. No worries, Thousand Arrows. It was really good. I liked it a lot. Okay, many thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to try to do my best to edit the One Piece review ASAP, and that'll be up on Patreon. But Sunday we'll be doing reactions. We'll be doing reactions to Spy Family, Kaguya-sama, and One Piece. Monday, Ace Attorney. Next Wednesday we'll be starting Greed Island. Thank you guys again. Thank you for your contributions and for your participation. And yeah, lots of fun. Have a great rest of the week, guys.
You feel so alive. Hello, AJ.